All right, guys, the last thing that we're going to talk about is inserting bar charts, line charts, and inserting pie charts using Excel. So again, you should have your gold packet out and your guided practice Excel workbook pulled up from your H drive. Make sure that you have sheet 9 as your active sheet. Okay, so again, the first thing that we're going to talk about is inserting bar charts and line charts. So with sheet 9 as your active sheet, we are going to highlight data. So again, our mouse is a very powerful tool, and inserting charts is a way for us to take values or data that we've entered into Excel and then display those visually. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to highlight all of the data. So we're going to start at A1 and we're going to select the range of A1 through C4. So with select mouse, go over and highlight and come down. All right, it is so easy when you use your mouse to insert a chart. Or just highlight the data, we go to the Insert tab, and then from there you're going to see the chart section. And here are all of the different types of charts that are available for you in Excel. Per our instructions, what we're going to do is we are going to create an column chart, and we're actually going to have that chart embedded. And what embedded means is whenever we press insert and we select column chart, that chart's actually going to appear right here below our data that we have entered in Excel. All right, so we have that data highlighted, and then we're just going to go column, and then you can choose whichever kind of column chart that you like. I typically like the 3D ones. I just think they're fancy. Okay, and you can see here is my chart, and it's separated by salesperson. So you can see the salespersons, each of the 3 salespeople are represented in our chart, and then it is visually showing us the amount of sales versus the number of returns. Okay, so I'll just move that over so it's right underneath my data. And guys, that's how easy it is that is how easy it is to actually insert charts in Excel. All right, so number 3 says highlight the data again, and this time we're going to create an embedded bar chart. And remember, embedded means that that chart is actually going to show up underneath your data on your active sheet. Okay, so we're going to click away, and then we're going to highlight the data again, starting in A1, going down to C4. And then again, we want to insert a chart. So it just makes sense that we're going to go to the Insert tab. So Insert, and this time we're going to choose a bar chart. You can choose any of these bar charts that you like. I like the 3D ones. And there is my bar chart. Okay, so still, again, the same 3 salespeople, Smith, Neft, and Peru. It is graphically showing their returns versus their sales. All right. So that is how easy it is to insert bar and line charts. Pie charts, on the other hand, we're going to move right into the last activity of inserting pie charts. Let's go ahead and make sure that sheet 10 is our active sheet. Pie charts are a little bit different. We're going to use that technique that I've been showing y'all throughout this unit of highlighting data, clicking the control key, and then highlighting another group of data. All right, so again, sheet 10 should be your active sheet. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create a pie chart that shows how much, so what percentage of each of these categories is being used in this budget. So like for example, this is budget categories. They have savings, food, clothing, shelter, and transportation. So we're going to show in a pie chart the different percentages, so where this person is spending their money. All right, so first thing that we're going to do is we are going to highlight the data that is in the range of A1 through A6. So A1 through A6. Then we're going to hold our control key, and then we're going to select the data that's in B1 through B6. It's only when you're doing pie charts that you're going to have to use this method of selecting the data separately. So again, let me show you that again. First thing that you're going to do, and this is only when you're making a pie chart, is you're going to select the first range of data. So A1 through A6. Hold your control key down. Then go over to B1 and select B1 through B6. And now it's just like entering a bar chart. You're going to go Insert, but this time we're going to choose Pie, and I like the 3D pie, and I like the 3D separated pie. And you can see here is all of that data broken down into a pie chart. Okay? But this one we're not going to leave as an embedded chart. Okay? What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can move this chart to its own sheet, and I'm going to show you how to insert a title, data labels, and also make sure that the legend is showing. Alright, so from here, in my chart tools, you can see it's green right up here at the top. Chart tools have design, layout, and format. In chart tools under the design tab, you can see in the right hand corner it says move chart location. This is how you can move a chart to its own sheet. So click on that button, and we want our chart to be on its own sheet. So we're going to go ahead and click new sheet, and we'll just call this budget. And then press OK. And you can see now I have a new tab at the bottom that shows that pie chart that I just created, and it's on its own sheet. Alright, so the next thing is it wants me to change the title from this %, and we're actually going to name our chart budget. Ooh, let me do that all caps. We're going to insert data labels. So data labels are when it's going to show you the numeric value that represents each of these pieces of pie. So we're going to go into our layout tab. So again, in the chart tools, which are green, you have design, layout, format. And the layout tab, this is where I can activate my data labels. So if you look here in the labels section, here is data labels. And I like the ones that go on the outside end. I think it's easier to recognize and see, you know, the different values of each piece of pie when they're on the outside end. All right, and last thing that we're going to do is our legend here. We don't want it on the side, we actually want it to go across the bottom. So we're going to go back up to our chart tools, and again in the layout section, here is legend. And I can determine where I want that legend to be. And I want to show my legend at the bottom. So now it moves it from the right hand side to the bottom. And that's it. That is all of the activities that we are going to do in Excel. And again, if you have any questions about how to do anything that we've talked about in Excel, please attend tutorials and I'll be more than happy to help you. All right. Be good for the sub, and I'll see y'all when I get back.